On May 25, 2022, the Gambian government released its white paper on the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission NHRC report. The white paper designated the National Human Rights Commission to oversee the implementation of its directives and to provide annual reports to the National Assembly regarding the progress made. Following the endorsement of the monitoring recommendation, the National Human Rights Commission submitted its inaugural annual report on the implementation status of the government's white paper to the National Assembly. Today, 26 September 2024, the National Human Rights Commission validated the second status report on the implementation of the government's white paper, which is to be presented to the National Assembly. The National Human Rights Commission Chairman, Emmanuel Daniel Diouf, emphasizes the reason for this gathering.
Our task, as was summarized by the Executive Secretary quickly, today is to get the assistance of this, and the support of this monitoring committee and the participants present to review the draft report that has been prepared by the NHRC with the support of the multi-stakeholders committee, but also to obtain additional information from stakeholders to enrich the draft status report. We may have missed out something. There may have been gaps. You may have had some observations. And also to identify challenges impeding the effective implementation of the government white paper and make recommendations for timely and effective implementation. And also, finally, to also validate the report.
Seni Sise, the program specialist and head of governance for UNDP, states that monitoring the implementation of the white paper is a testament to the NHRC's vital role in reinforcing democracy and addressing human rights violations in the Gambia.
The second status report prepared by the NHRC documents the progress made by various stakeholders in implementing the white paper. While we celebrate these achievements, we must also confront the challenges encountered along the way, challenges that require our collective determination to address. Today, the validation process is not only an opportunity to review our progress, but also a moment for open dialogue. We aim to learn the obstacles we have faced and formulate recommendations that will guide our path forward.
On the work towards the implementation of the white paper, Sise says,
our work is far from complete. The right to truth, justice, and reparation remains a pressing issue in the country. Those who have suffered must have their voices resonate in our discussions and actions. The implementation of the TRRC recommendations and the white paper reflects our commitment to addressing past injustices and preventing future violations. This is an initiative that calls for active engagement from all sectors of the society, including the government, civil society, and the international partners alike.
Madi Sise, the chairman of the National Assembly Standing Committee on Human Rights and Constitutional Matters, praises the National Human Rights Commission for its methodology in monitoring the implementation of the white paper, while also emphasizing the sluggish progress in delivering justice to victims of human rights violations.
The space that we are moving towards getting justice is at a snail's pace, and that is a real cause for concern. And that is worrying, as justice is seen to be delayed. But it is also more volatile to have perpetrators and victims brushing shoulders in public places, in banks, in supermarkets, in schools. It's very disheartening. A confessed perpetrator who has violated somebody's right can go for this long, 30 good years for some, 25 for some, 15 years for some, 10 years for some, and at least 4 years for some, or 8 years for some. It is really disheartening.
The Special Advisor to the Attorney General on Transitional Justice, Ida, emphasizes the significance of reconciliation and reaffirmed the government's commitment and reaffirms the government's dedication to executing the recommendations of the government white paper.
Here in the Gambia, we are trying to recover from the legacies of systematic human rights abuse, and we have committed to fully implementing the government white paper on the TRC report. But the manner in which we do this must respond to all these challenges. We must be broader, deeper, and more inclusive than ever before in the way in which we implement the TRC recommendations. Our reconciliation process must have an impact at the individual, interpersonal, institutional, socio-political levels, but even at a regional and an international level.
The NHRC's draft report acknowledges several advancements in the execution of the government's white paper, while also noting that numerous recommendations remained unimplemented. The report further details the challenges faced during the implementation phase and offers recommendations for future progress. Reporting for the Fatu Network, Mama Eture.
Welcome to the future of transportation in the Gambia. The Bertel Harding Highway, a 22-kilometer double carriageway, is set to revolutionize travel and connectivity in our beloved country. For pedestrians, safety begins at the crossing. Use designated pedestrian crossings marked with patterned reflective signs known as cat eyes to ensure visibility and safety. Communities living along the highway must adapt to new safety measures.